brothers still. Part of this is leaving. Will not kiss you. Lips are chapped and faded.
That was fucking terrible. Anyways, my name is Bradley. I have a Brad taste in music, and you know what freaking video this is. Welcome to the season finale of the 21 Pilots reaction series, where I now react to 21 Pilots Regional at Best. This was the series that not only pushed my channel past 1,000 subs and opened me up to a wider audience, and really just changed how my entire channel ran. Now, of course, while this is the season finale, if they do somehow drop an album the next month, maybe even the next year, I will do a video on that. However, that also means I'm not reacting to the No Fun Intended album that every single 12-year-old wanted me to react to. To be fair, it's a high school project that Tyler did, and I don't even care about his stuff that's super professional. Why would I give a shit about that? However, everyone was basically bashing me in, and I seriously mean bashing me in. Regional at Best win. Regional at Best win. Regional at Best win. But the thing is it was silent noise to my ears, because the way that this channel works is like this. If I force out a reaction, it's gonna suck balls. It's that simple. I waited until I actually wanted to listen to this album, and here I am now. Regional at Best is a very interesting album. It's not going to be like anything else I've reacted to. Why is that? Because this is basically like reacting to the same album twice, which is kind of gross. The fact of the matter is that there's a ton of songs on here that I've already reacted to off of Vessel. However, they're earlier versions, they're demos. So the way that I'm going to treat these is I'm basically going to listen to them, and I'm going to give my thoughts very briefly. I'm not going to go into message, because it's just going to be the same thing unless it is changed, in which case I will discuss it a little bit, but I don't expect that to happen. This album is also over an hour long. Oh my god. Let me just wrap up real quick my thoughts on every 21 Pilots album that I've heard so far. I started off with listening to Blurryface first, which I thought was unbelievably mediocre. It started off strong, just completely died near the end. There was way too many references to the radio, and it absolutely annoyed the hell out of me. And then I listened to Vessel afterwards, and I thought Vessel was actually alright. I enjoyed it way more than I did Blurryface. I thought it had a lot of redeeming qualities. There were actually quite a good handful of great ideas on it. It was very playful. And then I listened to Self-Titled, which was an abomination. It was just such a failed attempt at doing a My Chemical Romance Black Parade sort of album. It went for this rock opera, but it was so flaccid, it was so flat, and it just fell on its face entirely. Those three albums are the ones I've listened to, and as you can tell, everyone wants me to react to Regional at Best though. Everyone's telling me it's good. I bring up their albums and I say Regional at Best, and people are like, oh. So you know what? I will go in with a reasonable expectation. I think I've said enough. What do you say we just jump right into this? Song 1 is going to be the original version of Guns for Hands. Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds very demo-ish, alright. Reminder to post this at the very beginning of the video. Massive trigger warning. If you get triggered really easily, and this is the very first video that you've seen from me, I'm dead serious. This is an XXX Tentacion level of introduction. You need to be open-minded. This is the only way you can understand my genius, because my head is so far up my ass, you cannot reach it. I've reached God levels, Hobson levels of woke. So if you have not watched my Vessel, if you've not watched my freaking Self-Titled and Blurryface video, then you are not smart enough to be able to handle this video. And if you can handle a shit attitude like that, then you can definitely handle this album. Let's get into this reaction. Boom. The mixing is really bad. Very quiet vocals. Definitely a demo. I don't like how it doesn't have the reverb, like it doesn't Foundation. Like it's just like the original. It's just stripped back. I mean, there are like a couple more passionate vocal performances, but it's just Alright, that song was alright. It's Guns for Hands, but it feels more stripped back or whatever. It's alright. I mean, I enjoyed Guns for Hands with the full like U2 feel. It just kind of has that taken away from it. I don't really care for it. It's whatever. I mean, it's in the positive, but just it's barely. There was very little there. I like how it had a little bit more of a vocal presence. I like the fact that it was a little punchier than the original, I feel like. I felt like he was singing alright. I thought the singing was fine. But yeah, that's about it. Next song is Holding On To You, another song that I believe was on Vessel. That's going to be here. I like the song on Vessel, so hopefully this demo version doesn't suck balls.
If you had
Yeah, taking
One
control
shot.
of my body.
One opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment.
Eminem thing. Let's see how this goes. All right.
Taking over my body, back in control, no more shot.
I don't even see the difference.
Take my life, you should take my soul.
That is different. Okay. I don't like it.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks mom's spaghetti. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes rabbit, he choked.
Yeah, I still love the message of the song. I think it's so well written. I like the fact that that hasn't changed. It's so colorful in its writing, and you can't really take that away from it no matter how it sounds. It's like a written poem. I still remember some of these lines. Some of them are so freaking sick as hell. Knowing like from Vessel, because I feel like these 21 Pilot albums are absolutely albums that, for me personally, you give one listen and you put it on the shelf. Hell, I know people play this stuff like hundreds and hundreds of times. They're just absolutely obsessed with it. But hearing stuff like this, like, I know what's going to happen. He says it 4 times. And then it keeps building up. And while I thought it was cool in Vessel and cool when I initially heard it, it becomes so repetitive. I already know what's going to happen. It's not even nearly as strong. It just sounds like flaccid. What a joke. What was the point of having me listen to that, really? Like, seriously. It's just like a shittier version of the finalized song. Next song. Ode to Sleep, another demo. Here we go. Ode to Sleep is a song I really liked off of Vessel, so, you know, maybe this one will be interesting. It's the balls! The balls were removed from the synthesizer. I mean the bells. That's what I meant to say. Actually, it's kind of a combination of both. What a weak-ass synth. That's such a stupidly ugly drop. There's no balls to these demos. They're so flat. What is the point of this?
I think I find it handy, but then by the time I find it handy to rip my heart to beginning, I go up to the ceiling.
God damn, this sounds like someone made this in GarageBand. What is wrong with you people? I stay away. What a shitty synthesizer. This is so goddamn GarageBand demo-ish. I swear, you people have to be trolling me. Listening to demos that are shittier than the original is a waste of my time. It's not that it doesn't sound good, because it sounds okay. It sounds like an okay version. It just has worse synths, it isn't finalized, and it sounds like someone's sending me their shitty GarageBand mixtape and saying, yo man, yo, you gotta listen to these unfinished songs for me, man. I know they're not done, but I know the worst than these versions that I sent you before. Man, I'm telling you, man, you gotta hear this ugly ass synthesizer, man. While raw could be good, me comparing this to the older stuff after already hearing a finalized version is embarrassing. No balls, no balls.
On the evil, but that is forgotten. The thick as the trees, they are waiting closets to split. The start of a day when we put on our face, try to bleed. Desperately yelling is something we need. I'm not free. That's forgiveness 3. Time for and that's a number.
I like that part specifically just because the flow is great, but not only that, but what he's saying is really original. Like, not a lot of people rap about this. It's very fascinating, despite it being super dipped in like Christian juice. Heavy coat to it. It doesn't really affect my enjoyment. That guitar, I'm glad they took that out. That drop is never going to get me like it did on Vessel. It's just not. Yeah, what a waste of time. It's just like a worse version of the original. Why would I ever listen to this instead of the original? Moving on, next song is Slowtown. I think this might be the first original song, thank God.
Hey, hey, wouldn't it be great if we could just lay
Oh dear God.
I wanna go away.
These vocals are fucking garbage. Oh God, this is horrible. God, bring back the demos. What is this shit? No wonder this didn't make the cut. This sounds awful. fact that that was so formulaic. The beginning of the song was terrible. But then it went into this interesting dance beat. I was like, okay, all right. And then went to that. Again, while it is like so predictable, exactly how long it lasted was so predictable. That was interesting, the way it just transitioned into it because it came slower. The arpeggiator was lengthened out. It was like brought out. Bass was added in and it just added this extra presence to it. So there were a lot of really cool ideas there with mixing. So hey, not bad.
Remember when my brother and other kids from neighboring houses would get together? I'd ride my
This is actually better.
when using Pokemon cards, please do not use a holographic. So bold and fearless and
You could not have been more of a cornball if you tried. That's coming from someone who loves Pokemon. You could not have sounded more like a corny cornball if you tried. Why would you do that? It's so distracting. It doesn't add to narrative. Painful. Forced. He needed something to say, so he just said, what's the dumbest thing I could say? And then he said, oh, I got it. I mean, I totally am not giving him the benefit of the doubt, so it's a little unfair.
just so that my soul
This chorus song!
save us, we're going too fast. Save us now. We're going too fast. Save us, save us now. Walk through my door.
He's screaming really quietly, "He going too fast, save us," after this massive explosion. That was cool. I like how it's doing in the second half. It's picking up. Why did it take this long for it to even get to anything redeemable, to anything exciting? So many phases of god-awful singing before actually doing interesting production. I will never understand. It's gonna explode. You ready? Because you heard the screamo. It has to jump into some psychotic shit. Ready? Not yet. It will. Or it's just gonna be boring. I covered both options, so. And it's boring. It has 5 seconds of silence for no reason. Cool. My interpretation of this song specifically is that there's just not enough time, and he wishes that he could just slow down time and go back to when times were simple. Obviously, the first song that comes to head is Stressed Out. There was some cool ideas here, but in just general, what a failure of a song. One cool part about it, everything else, I would never come back to this song. So we're moving on. What a joke. Next song. Of course, Car Radio. It's actually a shittier version of Car Radio. One of my least favorite songs on Vessel. We're gonna listen to a demo version of it. Hooray! Give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it won't suck balls. Sounds exactly the same.
I ponder of something great. My lungs will fill and then deflate with what I once bought, cause somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
Hey, you guys remember when I said that was a metaphor and then I got 50 comments telling me on every single video that is actually literal? Actually, someone stole his car radio in college. Oh my god, really? That's so crazy! The knowledge! The fucking knowledge! There's so much goddamn knowledge that you give me by telling me that it wasn't a metaphor, and it actually has no depth to it. Seriously? There's no depth to this song? Oh my god, I was dying to know that. So thank you for spamming it.
Sometimes quite as violent.
What the fuck is this? I'd say it's just as bad as Vessel. I wouldn't say it's worse. It's not as all over the place and I ponder of something great. So I do appreciate that. However, it's still fucking terrible. God, I hate this song.
Will scream reminding me of who I killed inside my dream. I hate this car.
Hey, you guys remember how I enjoyed the Black Parade? How I love that album and I still love it? That's because that album nailed everything. So finally I have a comparison point. Here's what this album fails at that album mastered. Had this inflection, but being able to portray it. And hearing this, I already know what's going to happen, so it's not going to surprise me when the second half occurs into some dance bullshit.
Hiding for me, I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction to mask what is real.
Oh. There's an actual bass line for once. Wow. Why would you get rid of that in Vessel? Why would you get rid of the bass line? Actually sounds fine.
Oh, am I too deep? Please stop thinking.
You know what? The moment you say that you're too deep is when I stop listening. Next song. Forest. Another demo. For the love of God. Whoa, okay. Oh my gosh, that's actually freaking crazy. Seriously, this soundscape. This is totally different. Okay. This actually sounds good. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. This isn't a demo, of course. I've never heard this song before. Just the song Trees made me think that Forest is the same thing. This is actually the first song that stood out as something that sounds fascinating. So, wow. I love the way that this like really dreamy sort of warm sound is hidden behind these really punchy drums. So that's a really cool detail.
Does it bother anyone else?
I don't think it's a good thing that it sounds different, but like...
I scream, you scream, we all scream, cause we're terrified.
Fuck you. I'm sorry, I did not say that. I did not mean that to him personally. Please don't get triggered in the comments. That is so stupid. Beyond comprehension. That is awful. I can't even wrap my mind around how stupid that line is.
Oh, what's around the corner?
So what's the point of this album exactly? What purpose does this serve except for being a stepping stone in a vessel?
In the forest, we'll sing a chorus. The stomach in my brain throws up onto the page.
Still, regardless, it sounds like a demo. It just does. I mean, it actually sounds like it's a little more built in terms of the sound. I can appreciate that, but it's still like the singing. It has no direction. It's hitting no notes. It's just so all over the place. He can't control his voice. I know he can, because Misbeliever is one of the most like freaking beautiful songs he's done even early on. So why can't he just do that? How does John from ART... Oh, fuck, I need not mention him in an entire video. Sorry, I'm on John probation. Yeah, not good. Not good at all.
I scream, you scream, we all scream. We moving towards the storm, moving forward, torn into pieces over reasons of what these storms are for.
This sounds like Vessel. I mean, every single formula is stupidly obvious. Like, everything is so obvious. This is like Vessel B-sides, except it came out before Vessel. It's just Vessel, but weak.
When I squint my eyes, have you ever done that? When you squint your eyes and your eyelashes make it look a little not right, and then when just enough light comes from the right side and you find you're not in your sense. This is not what I had planned. This is not what I had planned.
He sounds like he's got a stick up his ass. It's like Revival Eminem. He had like 10 sticks up his ass the whole album, and he was talking like a robot about everything. Here's the same situation. It's almost as if he's incapable of displaying emotion. It's like, God, and my house burned down with my tree fire, and then I was really scared. I all scream, we all scream, we all scream, cause we're terrified. And it's like he's unable to display emotion, but as he's being staccato, it's like he's having his foot stomped on. Why do you guys praise this? I don't know why this is even considered a freaking official album. It doesn't even feel like it. It feels like throwaways. This is so bad. No wonder they wouldn't put this on Spotify. Good God.
We'll be on fire.
You know what? Sounding like you're having your nuts cracked does not make it instantly emotional. Basic writing. Basic beat. Basic everything. That song was so basic it made me sick. Positives were the beat, which quickly wore on me because it didn't change the 4 minute and 12-second length of this song. Next song is Glowing Eyes.
We're Red and Link, and we wanted to show you how we created our amazing new website.
For a second it grabbed me. First it didn't because it's a basic synthesizer it's holding down. Then the drums came in and I thought they would pick me up. But then it's basic pop chords. It's so basic. It's such throwaway. La-di-da-di-das, of course. Why not?
We have romantic fantasies. I know there's someone at the door. They call for help, but it's so short. But do I want to say goodbye? Would rather play a song.
Oh my god, what a beautiful segment. What the hell just happened? I think it was just like heavily sub-bassed this piano, and it just it fills the room. It's fantastic. The vocals were great on that chorus. Really a stunning standout moment. This really ugly singing, and I'm sorry if I say it that way because I actually don't mean that as an insult. This really ugly singing in the chorus, it kind of works in this favor of this playfulness. Okay, I think I get the problem with this album and why I hate it so far. There was no reason for me to care. Even with Vessel, it feels like, while it was formulaic, it felt laid out. Like, every song felt like it was placed in a good spot. I mean, hell, Ode To Sleep was a great freaking opener. It really just pushed you into it and got you introduced to the album. It was followed by more songs that really just added this narrative. Not even like literally, but just sonically. It had the direction to it and you felt like it was an actual album. Here, it's so here, and then there, then here, and then there, and all over the place. And there's no freaking reason for me to even care about a single thing that he said up to this point. It was like the same problem with Self-Titled, right? At least even with Self-Titled, it felt like it was trying to rip off Black Parade, so at least it had some structure. But here, it's just, oh god, it's so bad. It's so lousy to sit through and listen to this thing, especially when on someone like me who just feels like 21 Pilots is just another face in the crowd. I mean, don't take that as a bad thing. I just think that, like, even their hardcore fans know they're overrated. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm not saying like they're overrated as in they're not talented. I mean, they're overrated as in like they're one of the biggest groups in the universe, and they're just two guys who basically blew up out of nowhere and had no idea what the hell to even do with this fame. This music does not feel complex enough to even hold up the bass that it is carrying. It is insane how huge this freaking fan base is over the weight of this thing. Could something so flimsy carry so many people? That's what really blows my mind with this album. It's not the sound of it, but the freaking reception that it got. It does not impress me. However, the song impressed me. I just wish that everything else in this song sounded like the chorus, because the chorus I think is phenomenal. I really just close my eyes and I actually get invested. The production's really solid, but geez, everything else is just freaking throwaway. Alright, next song is Kitchen Sink. Cool production, okay. Oh, that is kind of beautiful. Oh, that gives me a bit of goosebumps, really nice. That is really well laid out. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, that is so pretty.
Nobody thinks what I think. Nobody dreams when they blink. Think things on the brink of blasphemy. On my own string, be at my kitchen sink. You don't know what that means, because a kitchen sink to you is not a kitchen sink to me.
Oh, it's so pretentious. That is the most pretentious line of this whole album so far. Head has reached critical levels of ass. Oh god, that is so bad. It's like saying you can't understand me. That's so corny and emo. I mean, I know like everything but the kitchen sink. Obviously it's trying to make some sort of connection there. Everything but the kitchen sink. That phrase means like, everything but the kitchen sink. Man, that's such a freaking... damn, what a stupid saying.
For purpose, there might something, yeah, it might be worthless. There might something, then it might be wordless. Pointless curses, nonsense verses, you'll see.
It's so beautifully produced, but good god, these verses are fucking terrible.
Nobody thinks what you think. No, you, and neither do I, so...
What shit rhyming? Have you ever listened to a rap song? I'm sorry. First of all, if a single person in the comments says that this is not rap, this is not hip-hop, just another attempt to make the voices stop, I will shove this camera so far up your rectum. This is a freaking rap. This is not some spoken word poetry. This is rap. And it is failing so catastrophically bad. The writing is humiliating.
Other in his head screwed up, but that's alright. Time games, moment in the moment when I'm living in a moment in a momentary
Feature. Is this the first ever 21 Pilots feature or the only ever one? I've never heard of freaking 21 Pilots feature.
Beginning moments, spinning memories, pretending enemies are frenemies. A copy, but your bride's bothering me.
That song made no sense. Not even gonna sugarcoat it. I don't give a crap how many ways I try to interpret it. It's so surface level, yet I just do not give two shits to even try. Catastrophically bad. It started off so strong because the production's phenomenal, but everything else is so hand to my head. Sounds like I'm listening to Revival all over again with these god-awful flows. Look, if you can ignore the fact that this sounds awful, this rapping sounds awful, then congratulations. Like, you're a better person than I am, seriously. Next song, Anathema. There's too many kick drums, and they're so, like, patterned. The drums are programmed. It's gonna go anywhere.
What's behind my skull? So won't you say goodnight? So why?
I swear Vessel was not this pretentious. I swear it was not this bad. I'm not crazy. I remember liking Vessel. No one understands the fucking genius that this dude has in his head. Oh my god, Tyler's so smart.
What's under my hair? So won't you say
Oh my god!
Like, his ego's like a tumor. What a joke. Now let me address your clear counterclaim here, because I know you're typing away. He has real problems! He's got serious issues! My god, you're such an asshole! I know I am. What, you thought my praising of Vessel was me just like trying to pander? No, the album was good! The album was quality, it actually was good. This is terrible. Everything about this screams pretentious and unlikable. Everything about Vessel scream fun, playful, and this is not supposed to be taken overly seriously. It was humble, and it was the only 21 Pilots album that I could say was humble. Every other album I've heard, hell, I'm surprised that this came out before, but even that doesn't surprise me, because even self-titled was a little pretentious, but it's not this pretentious. Oh my god.
what is in my veins?
Oh, it's blood. Wait, no, oh, I read that. I thought he just said, what is in my veins? No, actually, he said, you will never know. Can I guess? Ego, cancer, boring. Let's talk about his anxiety. Okay, then. There's no enjoying this production. I'm not even gonna bother trying. It's just him screaming back and forth. Skulls and sad in his head. You'll never know about the anxiety in my head. It's crushing. I can't sleep. You don't know what's under my skin. You don't know what's in my skull. I'm a genius. Predictable. That's not even cool. That has to be the worst drop so far. That thing is just loud and obnoxious. Came out of nowhere. It was obvious when it came out of nowhere. It didn't surprise me. It just was freaking loud and annoying. It's like Blurry Face all over again. And it just ends? It just ended right there. I didn't pause it. What a shit ending. It didn't even have a fade out. It just stopped. What a freaking garbage song. Freaking trash, honestly. What a joke. Next song, Lovely. Lovely indeed. Oh, that sounds really bad.
You say things with your mouth, cobwebs and flies come out.
Saying nothing.
I hear a second voice behind your tongue somehow.
You keep lying through your teeth.
Luckily I can reach your heart.
But I'm smarter than you. There it is! And there it is! Couldn't go one song! Couldn't go one song without saying you're smarter than this person. Good job, Tyler. You're making yourself very likable right now. Wow! You're smarter than me! This beat is so obnoxious. I paused it right when I heard Autotune. I am about to be triggered. However, the stick up the ass flow is getting tiring. This album is an hour and I'm ready to shut it off. And I don't mean shut it off and come back. I mean, I'm done. This auto-tune part is about to be the end. If I get annoyed by this, I am going to end it and give my thoughts. Alright, we're done. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not triggered. I look like I'm really pissed off, but I'm actually not. I'm totally fine. This is fucking terrible. This album is a waste of my time. It is an hour long, and I have no reason to continue. This is so formulaic. Every song. I've listened to demos. I've listened to newer songs that sound like demos. I've listened to songs that sound like they're copy and pasting with different instruments. I'm done with this album. I'm going to move on. Is that fair? That's cool. I will gladly torture myself for entertainment, but I will not bore myself and sit here and act like there's something to pull out of this demo shit throwaway. You're gonna get pissed off 100% if you're a 21 Pilots fan from this video. I know you are. But here's the truth. If you're a fan and you understand my criticism and where I'm coming from, then you know that there's no reason to carry on. I'm not wasting my time anymore with this reaction because I have to edit this. There's no reason to keep any of this crap in. But anyways, my score is a 2 out of 10. That is a solid 2, like a solid 2, not a positive 2, not a negative 2, just a 2 out of 10. From what I've heard so far, it's such a freaking throwaway hunk of shit. My name is Bradley. I have a bad taste in music. If you like the video, then you probably don't like 21 Pilots because this annoyed the shit out of me. I'm going to react to something different. This was an hour and 10 minutes of my life. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe, hit notifications, and leave an angry comment. I love you, even though you don't love me.